The year 1974, Spokane-nites all around the city are absolutely excited, waiting with anticipation for the World's Fair to finally open. That's right, today we're going to cover the 50th anniversary of the World's Fair, also known as Expo 74, hosted right here in Spokane, Washington. How are you doing? My name is Adam Clark and this is Living in Spokane, Washington, and I just wanted to get into the little gritty nitty details of today. What I want to cover is the history of that event, its impact on the city itself, and what life looks like today as a result. Because this historical and monumental event that happened right here completely changed the landscape of this city, and we're still seeing the reflections of that change to this day. All right, before we dive in, I want to share some of my experiences growing up in Spokane, because honestly, I have fond memories wandering through Riverfront Park, looking up at the Great Clock Tower, Manito Park, and Cannon Park, wondering what the heck that Spokane Pavilion is all about. And to my surprise, I didn't discover until I was already an adult that most cities in America do not incorporate the nature landscape into the cityscape itself, as well as participating in one of the city's many cultural events such as Bloomsday, Hoop Fest, Pig Out in the Park, and more. You will come to know as Spokane really is a community known for its citywide events, its beautiful, picturesque nature surroundings. It really is no wonder why many families choose to relocate here and build their lives right here in the beautiful city of Spokane. All right, let's start off by taking a step back in time. The year 1974. The World's Fair, also known as the 74 Expo, was a global event that brought together nations from around the world to showcase their innovations, culture, and achievements. Spokane was chosen as the host city. It was a moment of great pride for our community, with many people bustling with excitement as they explored many of the fair's attractions, absolutely getting inspired along the way. Expo 74 had a profound impact on Spokane, serving as a catalyst for urban renewal and revitalization efforts that transformed the city both physically and culturally. Now, from a physical transformation aspect, what we see today is our downtown redevelopment. The entire area underwent a major facelift, with the demolition of old buildings and the construction of modern structures that we see to this day. Now, the purpose of this revitalization effort was aimed to create a more attractive and functional downtown core. For example, Riverfront Park that we know today was the site of the fairgrounds itself, spanning over 100 acres. That entire industrial space was completely transformed during this event and then later turned into the Riverfront Park that we know today. Our park, which lives right in the center of the city, crossing over the river itself, was the absolute centerpiece of this revitalization effort. The park's development included the removal of industrial structures, the creation of so many green spaces, and the restoration of Spokane Falls. That's right, before this, that was an high industrial area filled with train tracks and infrastructure that we no longer see today. And as a result, Riverfront Park is a cultural hub that we cherish in this city to this day. Now, from a cultural transition standpoint, you gotta remember the theme of the Expo 74, aka the World's Fair hosted right here in Spokane, was centered around environmental awareness. This theme had a major impact on the cultural mindset of Spokane's residents, aka Spokane-nites, which completely inspired a sense of responsibility towards the natural world. This cultural shift absolutely led to increased efforts to protect and preserve Spokane's natural resources. At a community level, The fair did such a great job of bringing the community together, which helped foster a sense of pride and collaboration among the Spokane residents. It really did encourage Spokaneites to participate in shaping the city's future. Now, more into some of these revitalization efforts, there was a massive emphasis on preserving our historic architecture, which literally included revitalization efforts to our historic buildings and landmarks, such as the downtown Davenport Hotel and the Ben Crosby Theater. This literally preserved and helped maintain our city's unique architectural style. You know what I'm talking about, the red brick buildings that you see all over the landscape, all of our mid-century modern, as well as craftsman style homes throughout the entire South Hill, as well as Brown's Addition and the surrounding neighborhoods. And it doesn't just end there. Economically, we were changed as a city forever. Listen, you gotta remember, this fair drew 5.6 million people worldwide that flew here, came here, traveled here to attend this event. The fair was straight up a massive success, which of course attracted new business as well as so many investment efforts in Spokane. This increased economic activity of course led to more job opportunity, which then in turn boosted the local economy and started our tourism industry within the city. Spokane really was established as a regional destination. Even our own infrastructure improved as a result, such as transportation enhancements. Our Spokane really made major investments in their roads, upgrading them to more modern standards, as well as our bridges, public transportation systems, which all was necessary to accommodate the influx of the individuals that were flocking here by the millions. Like literally, the impact of this event, the 74 Expo, cannot be overstated. Even our utility infrastructure was upgraded as a result of this event, where we got to see the direct benefit in the form of water and sewage upgrades, enhanced energy efficiency, and we really were a leader in promoting sustainable practices. Spokane really was ahead of its time thanks to the World's Fair. Now, you might be asking yourself, why Spokane? Well, simply put, Spokane was chosen because of its central location and the natural beauty that surrounds us. It really was the city's picturesque setting, with the Spokane River flowing through downtown, nearby mountains, which really did provide a stunning backdrop for the fair. But in order to host the event, the city of Spokane really did have to invest in some of the cultural buildings and institutions that we see to this day. I'm talking buildings like the Spokane Convention Center and the INB Performing Arts Center, which are direct legacies of the fair itself. These facilities to this day host a wide range of events, conferences, and performances, which really do contribute to Spokane being a regional hub for arts and culture. We as a city really can't thank this event enough, because due to this history, Spokane really is the city that we know today as the second largest city in the state of Washington, with great and abundant access to any and all amenities, hosting many citywide cultural events, an incredible amount of dining options, all packaged within a city that is incorporating the nature into the cityscape itself. Spokane both has that small town feel, dovetailed with major metropolitan resources. It truly is a place like no other. As someone that grew up here and never heard really about this World's Fair and the impact that it had on the city itself, it really does sadden me that I only came across this information as an adult. I never realized as a kid playing around the parks and around the city itself, participating in our events like Bloomsday, Pig Out in the Park, Hoop Fest, and so many others, that all of it, including the red brick buildings themselves, were due to this one moment in time, 50 years ago at the 74 Expo. Alright guys, that's what I have for you today. If you liked this video, if you'll do me a huge favor and like it below, it really does help a growing channel out. And I just want you guys to know that if you're thinking about relocating to Spokane, go ahead and reach out to us. We have a link below where you can directly set a one-on-one meeting with myself or one of my team. And don't be afraid to reach out. We literally get calls, texts, messages, and emails every single day from people just like you who are looking to make the move to our beautiful city of Spokane, Washington. It's so hard to believe that such a major historical event happened right here in our very own city. And as a result of such, life as we know it here is still impacted to this day. Definitely something to reflect on as we wrap up this video. I wish you all well, and until next time guys, see you later.